Hi, wonderful people. My name is Tomiwa Akande, and welcome to the first episode of the third season of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. And I remain your humble host once again, Akin Tomiwa Akande. Thank you very much. And on this particular episode of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande, we have our intelligent, brilliant, radiating, ravishing, gorgeous, and so the qualities are so much that I think I'll not actually do justice to introducing him to you guys. He would do more justice by introducing himself to you. And so, Mr. Savvy.
All right, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I am SavvyBolu, SavvyBolu. Let me take that again. I am SavvyBolu, SavvyBolu. And I'm very excited to be on this episode of Casual Convo with the Tomiwa Akande. Yes, I'm very excited. So, to mention a few, I am a writer, a poet, a stage performer, professionally. Like I like to say, I do it professionally. I do it for the money. Yes, I'm not one of those that do it for the passion anymore. Of course, the passion is there, but then you know the gist. Also, I run a fashion brand here in the city of Ibadan. I'm a fashion designer and stylist. I run SavvyFits.ng here in the city of Ibadan, where we help you elevate your style. Um, and I also host events. I'm an event host, event publicist, event producer. I try my best. I just try my best. So all of these things, and one important thing, I'm a very passionate lover of kuli kuli. Like I say everywhere that I go. In 2018, I think I ate kuli kuli more than I drank water. Yeah, don't forget that.
Okay, so you know the funny part is some of the things I was going to talk to you about, you already mentioned the different things. You can start it.
Oh, okay, nice.
You already mentioned some of those things. You've touched some of those parts. So, but before I get there, I actually want to ask. Okay, so caveat. I know who Boluwaji Fajuigbe is.
Oh, now you gave me off my government's name on live TV. No problem.
So I know who Boluwaji Fajuigbe is, right? Because we actually grew up together. So
since you want to tell the story, carry on. I will tell it. I will finish the story.
Oh no, I'm not telling the story. I want to ask a question.
Oh yeah. No.
So now, like I said, I know who Boluwaji is, but contextually, Boluwaji Fajuigbe is not the same as SavvyBolu. It might be the same person behind the two personalities, but it's not the same contextually.
True.
So I know who Boluwaji Fajuigbe is, but who is SavvyBolu?
Who is SavvyBolu? Amazing.
And what does SavvyBolu
stand for?
Yeah.
Amazing. You're like one of the very few people that would really ask me what my name stands for, because most of the time when I tell people, oh, my name is Savvy, some people, the kind of reactions that they give me, they make it look like, oh, you chose the name because it sounds fancy. You just want to be called Savvy. Savvy, what's your government name? A name is a name in my book.
Yeah.
In my books, a name is a name. Whatever it is that I ask you to call me is what I expect you to call me. However, I am not throwing my government name under the bus. I am not throwing it out the window. But yeah, I'm going to get to that. So now, like you said, contextually, Fajuigbe Moboluwaji is a personality.
Yeah.
And SavvyBolu is also another personality that is not so much different from Moboluwaji anyway. So yeah, I was christened Fajuigbe Moboluwaji, and if you're Yoruba, you probably will be able to figure out what that means.
Yeah.
But then I've been SavvyBolu for as long as I can remember, well over a decade.
Wow.
Well over a decade. And why the name Savvy? Of course, you already know Bolu came out of Moboluwaji.
Yeah.
But why the name Savvy? Growing up, everybody thought I was brilliant. Everybody thought I was intelligent, except me.
Oh, believe Nara.
Exactly. No, believe me, Arami. So what I'm trying to say is that as a young child, as a young person, I struggled so much with imposter syndrome.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, it's so funny when people see me nowadays and they experience my kind of confidence and all that. They wouldn't believe if I tell them that I used to struggle with imposter syndrome. And when I say that, I mean that when I was growing up, primary school, secondary school, I did not think I was that good. So I used to attend a primary school, a very popular primary school back then in my area. So I never got prize on prize giving days when I was in that school.
Oh,
my exactly, technically, no, but when your mommy actually. mo try but masa ma gbé bí 8 mama gbé bí 10 in the class. You get it. Meanwhile, I was friends with the guys that were top of the class.
Wow.
Ironically, I was friends with guys that were top of the class at the time, and my own elder sister, her.
Yeah.
She was always getting prizes on prize giving day. My younger brother, my village younger brother was always getting, but only me. I remember my mom would scold me. And I mean, I never beat the allegations. Most stubborn kekere. You get it? Most stubborn kekere.
Okay, let me confess. While we were growing up, I don't really like Bolu.
Because I was stubborn.
Bolu stubborn.
I was stubborn. See, if I begin to tell stories about how stubborn I was when I was young, I have stories for this, but that's not why we're here today. So, my mom will always scold me, I know that every prize giving day, when every other person are getting praises from their parents, I was going to get scolding. And it went on and on and on and on. And the one time that I got prize, wait for the plot twist. So I was in primary 3, and it was the end of primary 3, and I got a prize finally for once in my life. Guess what? I got a prize for best in Yoruba. I got a prize for best in Yoruba. And guess what that prize was? It was one plastic container. They gave it. Do you know that we charged it like a few years ago, just like a few years ago. This story I'm telling was must be like some 20 years ago, thereabout. I made sure we kept that. I made sure that they did not trash that thing.
You are the salt of the world.
Say you get.
I worked for it. I worked for it.
I made sure that in our house that thing almost became a monument. They only trashed it, but don't even do kini down. So after that, I left that school, and guess what? The next school that I went to, I became second in the class.
You were the superstar.
Even me, I did not believe myself. That was where my imposter syndrome started from. It felt like a fluke, and I was not the kind of kid that teachers would favor. My mom is a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not the kind of kid that they will say, come away, eba shock here.
No.
I was not that kid. Instead, I will get extra floggings from teachers, extra scolding, because they will say, I want more teacher, kiniko, or 4 people. So I became second in class, and I could not believe myself. But then I said, oh yeah, now let's carry on. Primary 4, all of primary 4. As in primary schools, you have 3 terms.
Yeah, 3 terms.
Second. Primary 5, second. I became head boy in primary 5. From someone that was 8, I was struggling. I was struggling. I could not understand if I was dullard or not, but I knew I was struggling. So primary 5, second, I became head boy in school because I was always second, and the person that was coming first was a lady. So it only made sense that she was head girl, I was head boy.
Yeah.
But then the first time I ever determined something in my life, I worked hard towards something as a kid, and I achieved it, was when we were going to pass out of that school, and I told myself that this third term examination, I am going to come first. Ahead of that lady. That lady, Anu Aremu, I can't forget her. She's very brilliant. I'm sure she's still very brilliant. She was damn good. She was also a teacher's kid.
Oh.
But she was good that her intelligence would intimidate anybody. So somehow I was second to her, and I told myself I was going to come first. I studied that I was very careful when writing my exams. I was tracking the scores that I was getting. You know, in primary school, those times, those of you that are brilliant, you are able to, you will get close to the teacher. Sometimes you peep when our teacher is marking. Say, Mungba, yes, Mungba Janulo, Mungba. And lo and behold, I came first. Wow. When we were going to pass out. Even she was happy for me. I remember all of these things. I still remember them because they were defining moments in my life. But I still struggled with imposter syndrome. I went on and on. When I got to senior class, I was also head boy.
Wow.
When they made me head boy, I was like, are you sure? I can remember that time when they announced me as the head boy, and we had coppers that were working at school. One of the coppers, so when they announced us, I just came out, took a bow, and I was going to leave. The copper was like, come back now. Head boy, you address your student. I said, I know why you, and I know what you see, when make me head boy, Me, I don't think I'm a big deal like that. And that was how I've been since I was really young. And so that was how I've always been, everybody around me. After that, I've had interactions with people. I went to our institution. I've had interactions with people, my friends. People always tell me, guy, you are intelligent, guy, you are this. When people are having discussions, I always just have something to say. And when people tell me I'm intelligent, I could not understand it because I feel like, in my head, I feel like these are basic. I feel like everybody knows this. Yeah. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
You feel it's a general
you get it. So I happen to know something about everything. That saying that you have to know something about everything. So I just somehow I was inclined when it comes to music. I knew music growing up. I this and that. I just always knew things. I happen to know things. I knew English language and all of that. So when people tell me that I'm this and that, they believe in me more than I did in myself. And, that was how I was living until very recently, maybe a few years back. Then, now this was how the name Savvy came. After I was getting too much of that. And I just said, okay, what best describes this identity that I have, or this personality, or this quality that I have? It is savvy. And what savvy is an English word that means to be informed. So, or someone that is informed, or to be informed, to be knowledgeable, to be versatile. So people tell me I'm versatile. People tell me I'm knowledgeable. So the only thing that makes sense is to call myself savvy. And now, why I chose the name Savvy was not because I had already overcome that imposter syndrome. So that every time someone calls me savvy, I am reminded that I am what they say I am. I am intelligent, I am excellent, and all of that. So for every time someone just calls me savvy, most of the time I remember that, I am savvy. So I don't have to fight it, because before that, when people tell me I'm this and that, I usually fight it inside of me that, no, I'm not all that. Okay. So it makes sense to you now.
Yeah, it makes sense. So basically, you're following a Yoruba saying that says that
simply
that is beautiful.
And that's how I've really overcome
the imposter syndrome.
Yeah, and it has helped me to do great things. I mean, I've done quite a lot of great things with that name.
I've been a witness to some of the things you've done. So I think for me it started with fusion.
Basically. The first ever poetry, fashion, and kulikuli event in the whole of Nigeria. In fact, Africa. I dare to say, go and fact check it. Do you know how I even believe that is that? Immediately after that event, like a month after, I was just scrolling Instagram. Then I saw a post of a lady that also had an event of poetry and fashion. Like 2 weeks after I did mine, I said, God, thank you. This is what they say about when you have an idea. Wrong with it. You are not the only person thinking of that thing. We are like 8.3 billion in the world. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, thank you very much, Bolu, for
Savvy. Either way.
for making us understand who you are, where you're coming from, and how you got to where you are at the moment in terms of you picking a good name for yourself. Like I said, please eat.
Oh.
Yes, we have to eat. See, okay, maybe you don't know, but this food is provided by our sponsor and major partner for Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande, which is Onisasu.
And this is nice. And this is real party jollof.
Because they do more of party jobs, party catering, corporate catering and all of that. So yes, they are really nice. Onisasu. And so back to my guest here. So, Mr. Savvy, why did you choose poetry? Now, you said from your own words that you didn't believe you were intelligent, you didn't believe you knew things, but as time went on, you started picking up this, picking up that, picking up this. Why did you do music? Why are you doing poetry?
Thank you very much. I like the fact that you said, why am I doing poetry? Why am I not doing music? Thank God it was music you juxtaposed it with. And you put it side by side with music. As you know I have a background in music. Because almost everybody in my family
is a musician.
Is a musician, composer. We're all in the choir.
All choristers,
Yeah. My mom, for a fact, is currently a choir mistress in church. You know, I was tenor, more like terror. More like terror. But yeah, I used to be an instrumentalist. I used to be a drummer in church, and then I sang tenor, you know. So I still, whenever I go back home, I still join the choir, you know. So how did poetry come about? Growing up, my dad is also like someone that is very passionate about academics. One of his life goals is that all of his children, he will see them through at least first degree. And thank God he has been able to achieve that. So when I was in school, I did a diploma. And so when I was in school, when I first got to the school, I was still like a little bit nonchalant. I was just there. So one day, some of the friends that I made in school, we said, there's a press organization on campus, Union of Campus Journalists. So we said, that was what we said we were gonna go there to do. And prior to that time, I'd already fell in love with writing from secondary school. You know, I enjoyed writing comprehensions a lot, essays. I enjoyed it. I found it easy. In fact, I did not read for English exams. In fact, my WAEC, I did not read for WAEC English. I did not read, and I had a B.
Wow.
I did not read. I promise when I say I did not read, I did not read. No, it's so do. Not like that, dude.
No,
it's so do. So yeah, English like it comes easy to me. So yeah, we said let's go and see what they're doing there. Prior to that time, you know, growing up in the kind of family that I grew up in, you know, my dad is a CAC pastor, CAC background.
Thank God he said it himself. I was not the one that said it.
That story, I will still tell it. So, you know, I just always knew that I wanted to be an entertainer. But how are you going to say that to your parents? Your dad has his first degree. He had his first degree at OAU, second degree UI. Your elderly one, your older siblings went to uni. All of them are studying this and that. And my dad wanted me to, in a way, because they said when I was in JS class, I was good with computers back in school. So I should study computer engineering. So yeah, my dad wanted. He was not the kind of person that would necessarily force you on
To
a
do
career,
something,
force a
yeah.
career path on you, but he wanted me to. He was always suggesting that I should do
Computer engineering.
computer engineering, and me, I wanted to be a civil engineer, but he didn't have a problem with it. He just said that because they said, oh, I was good with computers when I was in GS1 and all that. So yeah, I used to watch the TV. I used to enjoy what I saw on the TV, music videos, and I knew that I wanted to be an entertainer. I knew that I could do things like that. I could be on stage. I'd always imagined myself on stage, but there's no way you're going to say that in a CAC home, in a Christian home. And I never said it. So when I was in school, fast forward to when we went to that UCJ meeting, we went there, and somehow what we planned to go there to do
was entirely different from what you did.
I fell in love immediately with journalism when I got to that meeting. And they told us, they welcomed us. They said we should come back. They took down our names. They told us the meeting days and all that, and told us to come back. And out of all of my friends that went there, I was the only one that went back. And before I knew it, I became a dedicated member of UCJ. Before I knew it, they made me assistant, the deputy editor-in-chief of my department at the time, computer science department. So I went on to study computer science. So 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 I was deputy editor-in-chief, and kudos to my friend. I want to say a big thank you to my friend then, who was the editor-in-chief, Sam Adeyinka. He was older than me, like much older than me, and he was more experienced than me. He was a Lagos guy.
Okay.
He was more, at the time he already had a blog that was doing well. He knew digital marketing and all those things. So he literally groomed me, trained me, and I was doing most of the work. He was just doing the
background work.
Yeah, he was doing the Jijagbara part of editing, part of the editorial work, because then we used to have this with SUG then.
Okay.
You get. So, but me, I was always writing, editing. I was the one that would go on board and paste on the board most of the time. He does that too, but I was always doing that. And people thought I was crazy because I was also invested in it. I groomed myself. And at the time, I was editing poems. I did not exactly know what poems were beyond a dictionary word. I just knew what poetry was. I didn't know the intricacies of poetry. I didn't know the technicalities. So whenever we had poetry submissions, I was always editing it. But all I was editing was just grammar. So I did not know the technical part of poetry, maybe the meters, the rhymes, the wordplays, how something should be, tautologies and all those things. So I did not know, I did not have like full knowledge of that. And one day, when we were like about leaving the school, this my friend that I told you about, who was editor-in-chief, he wanted to host an event on campus, and obviously I was part of his team. If he wanted to do anything like that, be sure that I would be there.
Along, yeah.
So I was part of the planning team, and he was a digital marketing, seminar, so to say. So he was bringing people that were like, some of them are big names now, the likes of Abraham Ologundudu, Samson Eguns. These guys are big digital, guys now. And he was friends with them at the time. And he said, oh, we're going to have like an interlude session, like a breakout session, and there was going to be spoken words performance. Then he brought a guy all the way from Lagos. I told you he's a Lagos guy. Yeah. He brought most of them in from Lagos. Then he brought the guy Solar Speaks. Adigun Olushola Clinton. Yeah, that's his name. Solar Speaks. We call him Solar Speaks. Then this guy just came, just went up stage and did his thing and blew everybody's mind. And it was,
mind was blown as well.
Bro, it was like, so it was the first time I was experiencing something like that. And I was like, what did this guy just do? It was not motivational speech. It was not preaching. He was not
singing.
He was not singing.
He was just talking.
He was just talking, and he was rhyming. It was beautiful to the ears. We were all inspired. And I'm like, this is nice. And I told him, what is this thing called? My friend, that's spoken word poetry. So I feel like I can do something like this too. I met with Solar Speaks at the time on that day at the way. I told him, oh, that was good, this and that. And I would really love to also develop a skill like this. I feel like it's something I can do since I already write. So I got his contact, but after that day, Solar Speak never really responded to me. Maybe he didn't have my time, you know. I mean, it could be busy. Yeah. So we didn't really, after I texted him, I think he responded, but we could not.
You could not flow the way you expected. We could not flow.
I mean, he didn't have time to coach me or anything. So then I said, I'm not going to give up. I went back to my friend. He said, oh, he knows a few other guys that also do this stuff. So those guys were like the popping guys at the time. And it's safe to say that all of them now were friends.
Oh.
So they are big names now, popular guys, you know. But now we're all friends. Because I did not give up. I watched a lot of videos. I started writing. Then from that moment, I started writing. I started, you know, owning my skill. I started associating with other poets that I could find. I found a way to infuse myself into the poetry community in Nigeria. And I learned mostly by association. I would attend events. I would look at people, the way they did it. I would go back home, practice it, write my own stuff, practice it, whether it is good or not. I attended master classes, paid and unpaid. You know, I've done it all. I was also passionate. I feel like I'm still very passionate too, because most of the people that are my counterparts then, most of them don't actively do poetry anymore. So then I was just so passionate. I was just so hungry. I watched a lot of videos. So all the guys that I watched their videos back then, that I was always looking forward to meeting, they were like, all of them are now my friends. I mean, all of them.
All. Not even one left out.
You get not one. I don't know how I did. Even the ones that were like our ogas, them that are like our coaches, our mentors, I now have access to them. There's hardly any prominent poets in Nigeria that I don't have access to.
Okay, so you said you don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
But you just explained how you did it.
I mean, somehow, as long as I had a explanation for it.
Okay, so
yeah.
And I was going to say, it's not even necessary for you to know the intricacies of how you did it. The fact that you were able to do it. What I can say from everything you said is you were focused. You knew what you wanted and you went for it. Regardless of any human input.
Yeah.
You didn't care. It was all about, this is what I want. This is what I love.
And I'm going to get it.
And I'm going to get it. No matter what is standing in front of me, I'm going for it. And that's why you are here today. And that is why you are SavvyBolu. Because yes, you are versatile. You sing, you play instruments, you write, you do poetry, you organize events, you produce events, you host events. You do everything around the event industry, and it has helped you grow to where you are, because there's hardly anywhere I'll step into in Ibadan, in the city of Ibadan, and I say, do you know who SavvyBolu is? The likeliest answer you get is yes. Yeah. I've met him somewhere. I still saw him yesterday. I still did this. I still saw him. So you understand? Yeah. And it is all a product of hard work and resilience.
I try my best.
You try your best for a living. You trust me.
I just try my best.
I don't trust you people. So yeah, so everybody watching this particular episode, SavvyBolu is a resilient human being. He never gives up. And out of everything that I've learned and that I know about SavvyBolu, there's something that stands out for Bolu. He's a well-respected person, and at the same time, he respects everyone he meets or has a relationship with. Because up to today, I don't know why this guy keeps calling me a Yes,
you and I know that you're my Egbon, but let's leave that story for people that know it. No problem.
Okay, so thank you so much, SavvyBolu, for coming. And I don't want this interview to stretch so much, because left to me, I have a lot of things to say. And a lot of things I want to hear from you, but I believe we still have a lot of more opportunity to come back and
for sure.
continue this conversation where we left it. So
Sure.
before you go, you already eaten, so I want to ask you for a review concerning
The food.
yes, the food.
Now I'm in my Okoyemi Pharmacy mode right now. Let me do it like 1 million naira plate of food from Onisaso kitchen. Let's taste it together. Don't laugh now. You want me to do this review or not?
Okay, do it now. I'm waiting.
Yeah. So let me have I've tasted the jollof rice. So yeah, the right amount of salt, the right amount of everything. Like I mentioned earlier, this tastes very good. I'm not doing this because there's a camera in front of me. Trust me. Before we even started, I had mentioned it, in passing that it tastes like real party jollof, and I think it is amazing. It is amazing. Right amount of oil. I see a lot of jollof rice. Very oily, too oily for me. Me, I have oily face. I cannot be eating plenty oil. Also, it is soft. It is soft, all around it is nice. The fish, amazing. I like fried fish. I remember when I was really young, I always wanted my mom to fry fish, especially Orieja. because of the crunchiness. So it takes me back to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want me to review the water too? The water is cold.
Only Saturday did not make the water
And the space. Yeah, I wish you guys can see what this place looks like. The space is very amazing, very conducive. You're going to feel like you're eating in your house, comfortable. You're going to be comfortable. This chair that I'm sitting on, I feel comfortable. If they're not they careful, I will just carry one. So yeah, kudos to them. Amazing food.
All right, thank you very much, Savvy. Thank you for the review. So for those of you that are just joining us, that you don't know what is going on, Onisaso Enterprise is our major partner and sponsor for this particular season of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. And all those goodies you are seeing in front of us is courtesy of Onisaso. They are located at Town Planning, opposite Suma in Ibadan here. And if you are from the Dominion University, they also have an outlet in Dominion University for Dominion University students. You can also visit Onisaso. You need them for corporate events, you need them for your marriages, your naming, and all those things. They would always cater for your needs. And that will be all for this particular episode of Casual Convo with Tomiwa Akande. Here with me is Mr. SAAV. No.
Not even get name.
Oh yeah, do am.
Hold
on. You know the problem? Every single time I want to spell your name, I make the same mistake.
You make the same mistake.
I would have typed double A.
Then I will now
cancel it and type double
even people that always see me on stage, that's like a signature for me. Anywhere I go, if you ask me for my name, I'm gonna tell you I am SavvyBolu SavvyBolu.
And that will be all for this particular episode. And until the very next video where we'll bring a new interesting guest to you. Now, every guest that is coming on here has to beat the record that Mr. Savvy has set here. So, yes, he's the pace setter for this particular season, and we hope to see more of him. Maybe in the same season, maybe in the next season. We don't know. Only God knows.
And if you want to see me again, comments.
Oh yeah, now.
For me to come again.
Oh yeah, now. You don't hear like that.
So I'm coming in entertainment. Next time I'm coming with more entertainment. So yeah, now.
All right, now, no wahala. So don't forget to share this video. Save if you want to save. Reshare, like, and most importantly, please subscribe. We need money to run this thing, and your subscription will go a lot. It will go a long way, and it will do a lot for us. And until the very next video, I'm still Tomiwa Akande. To those.